people? Alright, so for another episode of the Writer of the Month, brought to you by Motology, we have two of our more talented, writers and photographer of the month, and we have them right beside me, right here, okay? So basically, I want to ask them a few questions. You know how this drill goes. I ask them a few questions and they give some amazing answers, and we all basically just have a good time, okay? So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves right now. Okay, so for the Writer of the Month, we have...
I'm Francis Ralota, and
for the Photographer of the Month, we have...
I'm Harold Naranjo, Hulagwaysabukid.
That's the one, guys. I'm gonna place their tags over here, you know, the Instagram handles or their Facebook handles, and you could add them right here, right now. Anywho, okay, guys, so I want to talk about your setup, guys. Okay, so I'm a photographer as well, and I always want to ask the writers of the month, the photographers of the month, what their setup is, and what setup do you have for your moto photo? That's what you term.
I use Nikon D7100 with zoom lens 70 to 30 mm.
Okay. So the 70 to 300 mm is a really good lens. I use it all the time also, you know. And if you guys are looking for a really good telephoto lens that could cover anywhere from 70 millimeters, which is kind of the portrait, it's a perfect portrait distance. And once you go 300, then you know that's perfect for maybe taking shots of motorcycles, and that's definitely the lens you want to go for. Okay, so what made you start taking photos of bikes and stuff?
Big bikes. Yes.
So you like taking big bikes
yes,
more.
Big
What's your start? Why motorcycle?
It's only taking big bikes with phone.
So big bikes, I get that. It's only the big bikes you take photos of. So yeah, guys. So basically, it's funny because it doesn't matter why you're doing something as long as you're kind of doing it, as long as it makes you happy. And for our friend over here, he likes taking big bikes more than anything in the world. Apparently, that's the passion that our homie has, and that's mad respect, guys. You know what I mean? Okay, so now for the Writer of the Month. Tell me about your setup. What's your bike setup?
so my bike setup right now is MT-03, Yamaha MT-03. It's the new model of MT-03 2021 model. So I just bought it last December. So I was fascinated when my friends bought a new bike. So I bought a new bike last December. So fortunately, we were going to different places already, and then first time for my bike to go up was last February. So that's when my first big bike went up to TCH, and then that's the time then we have this feeling of bayos ba na to because we have fun. We really have fun going up in TCH because of the curves. It's very different, the thrill that it acts in every curve.
Right. Because it's nice because it's so mechanical, it's so technical, but at the same time it's very relaxing too, right? So every uphill, every incline has a different kind of technique.
Yeah.
And every curve has a different maneuver as well.
Every curve there's a learning, and every curve. Yeah.
It's literally a learning curve, basically. All right, guys. So, what got you into riding motorcycles? What's the reason? What's your influence?
I was riding motorcycle back when I'm still in high school, so it was like my mode of transportation until college. And then those were the times that motorcycles are not like that high in the peak. So right now, I sold my old motorcycles and went up to small scooters. And then when my friend, the past few years, like 2020. The pandemic days, the pandemic year. So my friend bought a new Honda CRF. So I was like, I think I'm going to ride again.
Yeah. So that's basically the reason why.
That's the reason, and then because all the time when we were riding his motorcycle, like in the back ride, and then it's just like. I'm not gonna do this like every time, all the time, back ride with him. So that's what I want to Yeah, I have to buy
You
new one.
need someone to back ride with you, preferably maybe a girl.
Yeah,
Right?
not me back riding.
Or you could back ride a girl. All right. So what's your preferred gear for your safety?
Right now I'm using the spike, and then my glove, for my jacket, and then for my boots, I'm using the OG boots.
Nice.
And then for my gloves, I'm using the Speedy. And then I prefer also the HJC, the R, when it comes to naked bikes, like small bikes, not like the sports bike. Because when you're riding a sports bike, you have to buy the R11.
Yeah.
It's very different because of the aerodynamics.
Yes.
Of it.
Yes.
So that's my setup for my gears. Also cardo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really need cardo.
Yeah, that's fancy, dude.
Yeah.
It's always good to be safe, to be connected with whoever you're riding with,
Yeah.
right? Absolutely. Guys, so you heard it first here in Motology, guys. So these are our folks for the Rider of the Month. And, while you guys are basically planning your rides out for the weekend, one thing to keep in mind and bear in your noggin is basically to be safe. And safety comes first before anything, guys. The only way to look cool is if you're alive. And if you're alive, in order to stay alive, you must be safe, guys. Choose the right gear and make sure you're always riding with the right mindset too.
Ride at your own pace.
Ride at your own pace. All right, guys, have a good one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, sir.